dear students. In this video, you are going to learn about how to product two vectors. In physics, class 11 level, there will be two types of product of vectors. They are dot or scalar product and cross or vector product. If you see the name here, dot or scalar product, that means whenever you are going to product two vectors, the final answer you are going to get is a scalar. Right? And cross product is nothing but vector product. That means when you product two vectors, the resultant is a vector alone. That means the product is a vector. Let us see how to do dot product and how to do cross product. Dot or scalar product. In dot product, the symbol of multiplication between the vectors is represented by dot. The result of the product is a scalar value. Scalar means it has only magnitude but no direction. Example, work is defined as the product of force and displacement. Now if you see, both force and displacement are vector quantities. Whenever you are going to multiply force and displacement by a dot, you are going to get the product as work, which is a scalar physical quantity. Scalar means it has only magnitude but no direction. Here, force and displacement are vector and work is a scalar. Consider two vectors A bar and B bar making an angle theta with each other. Now here you can see OPB A bar and OQB B bar. Both are separated by an angle theta with respect to one another. The dot or scalar product is given by A bar dot B bar. This is the representation of dot product. A bar dot B bar is equal to modulus of A bar into modulus of B bar and cos theta. And cos theta is equal to A bar dot B bar by modulus of A bar into modulus of B bar. Now, whenever you want to do scalar product, remember carefully, both vectors should be in the same line. That means, if I want to do the product of A bar and B bar by a dot, either B bar should be along A bar or A bar should be along B bar. Suppose, in this direction it is A bar. Now if you take the projection, it will fall on B bar. Now, this is the value which I require. Now, along this direction it is A bar. Now, if you draw a perpendicular, now I want the base value. Which theta will give the base value? Cos theta will give the base value. That means along OQ, the value of A bar is A bar cos theta. Now A cos theta and B are along the same line. So if you multiply, you are going to get AB cos theta. Properties of dot product. What are the properties of dot product? Dot product results in a scalar value. Scalar means only magnitude. Dot product or scalar product is commutative. Commutative means A bar dot B bar is equal to B bar dot A bar. That means either you can multiply A bar with B bar or you can multiply B bar with A bar. Dot product is distributive. Distributive means A bar dot B bar plus C bar is equal to A bar dot B bar plus A bar dot C bar. When you have three vectors, if you add first B bar plus C bar and if you are going to multiply that resultant with respect to A bar, whatever the result you are going to get, if you multiply A bar dot B bar first and A bar dot C bar, and if you are going to add them, then also you get the same value. Now this is the most important property. I bar is equal to J bar dot J bar is equal to K bar dot K bar is equal to 1. This is nothing but when you do dot product of parallel vectors, both I bar and I cap and I cap are parallel vectors. What is the angle between parallel vectors? 0 degree. So I bar represents a unit vector. Its magnitude is 1. 1 into 1 into cos 0, which is nothing but again 1. So that's the reason I bar dot I bar is equal to j bar dot j bar is equal to k bar dot k bar equal to 1. Now if you take the perpendicular vectors product, I cap dot j cap. Now I cap is a unit vector along x axis. J cap is a unit vector along y axis. Now what is the angle between x and y? 90 degree. So what is the value of cos 90? 0. That's the reason the dot product of perpendicular vectors is always equal to 0. So the parallel vectors is equal to 1. The dot product of perpendicular unit vectors is equal to 0. Component of a bar along b bar. I already introduced this. If you take the value of a bar along b bar, that is a bar cos theta, which is equal to a bar dot b bar by modulus of b bar, which is equal to a bar dot b cap. That means the vector a bar is along b bar direction. Component of b bar. If you take the component of b bar along a bar, that means if you draw a perpendicular from b bar onto a bar, then you're going to have b bar cos theta, which is equal to a bar dot b bar by modulus of a bar, which is equal to b bar dot a cap. That means the vector b bar is along a cap, that is along a vector, whose value is equal to b modulus of b bar cos theta. If a bar is equal to ax I cap plus ay j cap plus az k cap and b bar equal to bx I cap plus by j cap plus bz k cap. Now if I want to multiply them, what is the resultant I am going to get? Then if I multiply a bar with respect to b bar, then I should be multiplied with respect to I alone, because if you see the property I cap dot I cap is equal to j cap dot j cap is equal to k cap dot k cap equal to 1. But if you multiply I with respect to j or I with respect to k, you are going to get 0 value, because if you see property 5, according to this property it is 0. So always in dot product, I should be multiplied with I, j should be multiplied with j, k should be multiplied with k. If the unit vector is multiplied with the perpendicular unit vector, the value becomes 0. So ax bx plus ay by plus az bz. This is the value. Because I cap dot I cap becomes 1, j cap dot j cap becomes 1, k cap dot k cap becomes 1. In the same way, if you multiply a bar alone with a bar, then what you are going to have? Ax into ax plus ay into ay plus az into az, which is nothing but a square equal to ax square plus ay square plus az square. Similarly, b bar on b bar also.